Well, we're right up here on the top of Bredon Hill on day 5 of the harvest log, and we're carrying on with winter barley. This is a variety called Craft, which is a malting variety. So this will be brewed to make Carling beer. It's a really cool process actually. What we need to do is just very slightly germinate the grains here with just the right amount of water, just the right amount of temperature. They're steeped in these big vats for about 4 days and then cooked effectively to stop the germination, and it's all about the enzymes and the sugar. So we can't put too much nitrogen on these crops, so yield is usually slightly penalised because too high nitrogen doesn't make for brewing particularly good beer. So we hope that the malting premium will cover that slight reduction in yield. This is a pretty decent crop actually for us up here. We are literally right up on the top of the hill, so we're probably 900 foot above sea level. This was planted 20th of September last year, and again it had a really tricky growth through this spring, with it being very, very cold all through April. When it was trying to grow, it was pale, it was horrible looking, but when it just started raining in May, it really did start to move. So fingers crossed that the nitrogen levels will be okay. We're working with Precision Decisions and as an Agri EPI, that's Engineering Precision and Innovation Satellite Farm. We've got a bit of kit on the combine called a crop scanner, and that's come over from Australia, and that's measuring the protein and or the nitrogen levels in the in the crop to give us opportunity to split fields or split headlands to work out and keep different qualities in different heaps, and that at the moment is giving us nitrogen levels of about 1.8%. so if the samplers agree with that result, then we should hopefully be okay. We have also got up here, it's a really thin bit of the field here, very, very stony, so we've taken about 2 hectares out of here, and we've got a wild bird seed mix in here, and then we've got some pollen and nectar mix over there as well. It looks quite grassy at the moment, but there's plenty of good things happening in there. This is hopefully going to be a 2-year project. We've got some sunflowers, some fodder radishes, mustard. I did see some bits of kale in here as well, so it's good that they've escaped the flea beetles, cabbage stem flea beetles, which can cause a bit of a problem. Absolutely full of grasshoppers. That's great to see. Lots of insects as we walk through, just sort of kicking them off. When I was on the combine just now, there were some bees up here as well on these flowering mustards and radishes. Another little sunflower there. So hopefully this will provide lots and lots of bird seed for next winter. We won't harvest this with the combine, we'll just let it naturally senesce, and then the birds will use this to feed on over the next winter. Sunflowers are doing really well actually. We very often lose lots of sunflowers to hares up here. A bit of a rogue thistle, a bit of a bumblebee on there as well, but he doesn't look very happy with life. I don't look very happy at all. He's still having a good feed in there. Where were we? Yes, so yeah, wild bird seed, pollen and nectar. These fields will all have some poultry litter applied to them to help break down all this straw. We're chopping the straw, as you can see, lots of rain forecast tonight, so we don't want to have it in swaths for the baler like we've sort of done on the previous fields, which are all cleared now, which is good news. So the choppers are in, and that will remove that problem ahead of the forecasted rain. So We hope that we're not going to get too much rain, that it's going to bash the other crops around, well, and these as well. They're quite vulnerable at the moment to heavy rain that will knock the grains around, flatten it. We shall see what we get this evening. But it's a lovely night up here at the moment. What are we? Just gone 7 o'clock. It's actually quite pleasant now, about 25 degrees. Nice breeze coming down from the north, so we'll have to have a look. Yeah, when I was combining at lunchtime or tea time up here, I'm sure there were a couple of corn buntings as well that were just hopping along in front of the combine from sort of proud grain sites and stalks to the next one up the field, which is great to see. One of the photographers that comes up onto the hill quite a lot, Nick Berry, if you're on Instagram, definitely worth having a look at his page, Wildlife on the Hill I think it's called, and he's got some fantastic pictures from this very field actually of those corn buntings right down at the bottom actually. So it's great what we're able to achieve growing hopefully some profitable crops, and also lots of homes for wildlife as well. Really important. In the middle of these, I don't know if you can see some squares down there. We've actually got some skylark plots in here as well, where we've sprayed the crop out, so there's nothing there to harvest, and that's some quite nice little landing zones for the skylark. So lots to do. Fingers crossed we don't get too much horrible weather, and we'll be able to push on fairly soon.